All right, so imagine you're an astronaut, why not, on a long space journey to Mars or some distant planet. So there's lots of things you'd have to figure out in order to make that journey happen. But one of the things you'd have to figure out is how to recycle carbon. We are a carbon-based life form, and we need carbon to survive. The scientists at NASA actually figured out a great solution, and it involved microbes. And it was a way of using these microbes, nature's microbes, single-celled organisms, to capture and recycle that carbon. And this is how it worked. So the astronauts would breathe out carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. The microbes would then capture that carbon, turn that into a carbon-rich protein that the astronauts would then eat. And then they'd exhale the carbon out in the form of carbon dioxide, which the microbes would capture, etc. And so this was a way that they created a closed-loop carbon cycle in order to sustain life. So a colleague of mine, Dr. John Reed, we were looking at coming up with technical solutions to address climate change on Earth. And we discovered this research back from the 60s and 70s, these great papers that had just been lying dormant pretty much. And we asked the question, can you take this carbon recycling concept of NASA and apply it to Earth? And so we began cultivating these microbes that they were using. They're called hydrogenotrophs, just in case anyone wanted to know. And we started creating things like oils that can be used to make everyday products, and proteins. And I'll talk about that in a second. But a question one can ask is, if you can take something like this and produce it on a large scale, why is it important and what would the impact be? And that's more what I want to talk about. So we're expecting 10 billion people on this planet by 2050. And you have to ask, how are we going to feed all these people? And how are we going to continue to make products that these people use? The current way that we do it is using modern agriculture. But did you know that we've already cleared land equaling the size of South America and Africa combined for crops and livestock? So our current way of doing agriculture just simply isn't going to sustainably allow us to feed and power 10 billion people by 2050. So microbes can be an answer. And let me actually give you one specific example just to make it real for everyone in this room. In Indonesia alone, they actually cleared land the size of Ireland between 2000 and 2012 to make room for palm plantations. And so if anyone in this room likes ice cream or peanut butter or chocolate or cookies, then you may be consuming products that include ingredients from palm oil. Detergents, soaps, lotions, these are all things made from palm oil. So we all probably have several products that are produced using palm oil in our kitchens and our bathrooms right now. So we're all the beneficiaries of cleared rainforests. So microbes, how can that be the solution? So I'm super excited about microbes, and I just have to guarantee that you all also are super excited about microbes. And the reason is, some of you in here probably like a glass of Pinot Noir on a Friday night after a long, hard work week. That's a product of microbes. The beer from your local microbrewery, product of microbes. Cheese, bread, miso soup, pickles, these are all made using microbes. And each spoon of yogurt is a spoonful of microbes. So microbes are actually ubiquitous. So if you can use this type of technology, you can scale vertically instead of being forced to scale horizontally like you do with agriculture. And microbes can produce products in hours instead of waiting months like you do with agriculture. They don't need sunlight, so you can deploy this type of technology in any geography, any season, any location, any time of year. And then furthermore, you have all this land that you can use, less land to make the same amount of output. So the net effect is that you can get 10,000 times more output per year using this type of technology versus modern ag. And you can make oils like your coconut oil or your soybean oil or your palm oil that you make today. And you can make proteins. And one of the proteins that we've made, for instance, has a better amino acid profile than you get with animal proteins. So there's a lot of potential with this type of technology. So as our crew, on planet Earth, continues to grow, and we have this carbon that we need to recycle, one thing that we're trying to do is take that carbon and recycle it into products of value so that we not only don't crash this planet, our Earth, our spaceship, but we create systems that are sustainable for ourselves and our future crew members. So my question to you actually is, all of you are running businesses, and in your businesses there are things like sustainability questions that may come up, and I challenge you to think, what are sustainability issues that you can address in your businesses, whether it's energy efficiency, water issues, or what have you. So that's my question to you. Thank you.